Some women do not chase, and yet they are never forgotten. They do not fight for attention, they do not plead to be chosen, and still their presence lingers in the corridors of a man's mind, like a haunting fragrance he cannot name but cannot escape. In Jung's language, she is not merely a woman, she is an archetype. To him, she becomes the anima, the mirror of his own hidden longing, the unclaimed softness buried beneath the armor of his ego. She does not knock on the doors of his heart. Instead, she exists like the moon, quietly constant, yet impossibly out of reach. It is her self-possession, not her pursuit, that sets his mind ablaze. Scene 2, the unconscious man. But inside him, a storm is forming. He will never say it out loud. The male ego rarely admits its own captivity. To confess his obsession would be to surrender the illusion of control. So instead, he hides it beneath indifference, beneath the language of "I'm busy" and "I'm fine." Jung would call this the shadow's camouflage, the unowned hunger disguised as detachment. Yet, in the silence of night, when the world is stripped away, her image stands before him, untouched by time. Her absence burns deeper than her presence ever did. This is the paradox he cannot solve, how the very woman he thought he could forget becomes the measure by which all others are compared. Each conversation with another woman feels thin, incomplete, like tracing an outline without filling it with color. He is not drawn to her because she gives him what he wants. He is drawn because she refuses to become what he demands. He tells himself it's about her beauty, her charm, her mystery, but it's more than that. It is the way she unconsciously forces him to meet himself. Every time she looks at him with calm, unshaken eyes, he feels the mirror turn inward. The man who fears his own depths will always mistake such reflection for seduction. In truth, it is not seduction, it is revelation, and revelation can be terrifying. For the woman who understands this, there is no need to perform. She knows that obsession lives not in constant contact, but in deliberate space. Her boundaries are not walls, they are the sacred frame within which her worth is kept whole. She does not starve him of attention to punish him. She simply feeds herself before she feeds another. This is what the unawakened man calls cold. But Jung knew it is simply individuation, the becoming of one's whole self. And so he hides his longing in the quietest ways, a longer pause before he replies to her message, a sudden appearance in places she might be, a lingering eye that tries to seem accidental. He will not confess, for confession is too vulnerable, too naked. Instead, he lets his obsession live in the shadows where he believes it cannot be seen, not realizing that she already knows. Because the awakened feminine sees beyond the mask. She reads the pauses, the small shifts, the subtle tension in his voice. She does not use this knowledge to conquer him, for conquest is the language of the wounded. Instead, she lets the truth rest where it belongs, in his unspoken world, while she continues her own. Her life is not paused for his return, nor is her worth measured by his gaze. And in the end, it is this that keeps her unforgettable. Not the games, not the withholding, not the lure, but the wholeness. A man may forget a woman who needs him, but he will spend years remembering the one who never did. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak, she simply sees more.